When you're ready to plan your trip to the Toledo Museum of Art, all you have to do is go to their website. When you get to the website, you'll hit the 3 horizontal lines in the top right-hand corner. From there, these different options will come up. You'll select the Visit option. From there, you will scroll down until you see this picture and it says Jump To. You'll press on Jump To, and then you'll press on the word Tours. You will now be able to plan your visit by hitting the button. You will then be brought to this page. It'll explain how you request a tour, and it is easy. You will just have to fill out a form. Before going to the Museum of Art, you need to make sure you get parent permission to have all your students photographed, and it explains here. Before filling out the request form, read these to make sure you are able to request a time that would work for your class. After reading through all of this, you will click on the option of K through University Tour Request Form. Be sure to read through all of the information while filling out the request form. You will then need to add your name and email and hit Next. You will then need to fill out all of this information, including the school type, the school name, the school's address, the city your school is in, the state your school is in, the zip code, your first and last name, your email, and your phone number. After hitting Next, you'll be brought to this screen, and you'll be able to decide what type of tour you would like. You can either decide a led tour that is led by someone that volunteers at the museum, or you could guide it yourself. When choosing a led tour, you will need to provide the number of students in attendance. You will then need to provide the number of teachers, chaperones, and the grade level. You will then be able to choose the type of topic you would like your tour to cover. If your school needs it, you'll also be given the option for bus funding. You will need to put 2 different dates and times in for the museum to choose for you. You will need to check off any of these if they apply to your classroom. You can also leave additional comments if you think the museum needs to know about them. We made it to the museum. Here is where busing will drop off all the students.
Once we arrive at the art museum, we are going to have the kids exit the bus. Once the children exit the bus, they are going to be given a list of rules. We are going to have them stand nicely in the breezeway of the museum at the bus entrance. The first rule we will go over with the children is using an inside voice. Using an inside voice is appropriate while being in the art museum. We will explain that there will be other people and family visiting to look at art. We do not want to be disrespectful to those people's time at the art museum. We will explain to the students they are encouraged to talk to their teachers or chaperones or friends in their groups if they have questions. They are more than welcome to make comments throughout the trip. The second rule that we will talk about with our students is making sure that we do not touch any of the art inside. We will explain that some of this art can be thousands of years old, and if we touch it, we may ruin it. Along with no touching, we will make sure that we reiterate to children that there's absolutely no running inside the art museum. We will explain there is no running in the art museum because we do not want to run into anyone and hurt them. We also do not want to run and knock over any art pieces. These art pieces are very valuable and we do not want to ruin them. And of course, our last rule is be respectful of others. We need to be respectful to the people in our group, our chaperones, the people visiting the art museum, and especially the workers. We need to be polite, say excuse me, use please and thank yous, and use a nice tone when we talk to others. We need to make this a positive experience while we are on a field trip. We will explain to students that they are going to be in a group throughout their time at the art museum. They are going to be with a few friends and somebody that is called a chaperone. A chaperone is somebody who is an adult and is going to take them through each exhibit in the field trip. If they have any questions, they are able to ask their friends or their chaperone who will be able to give them the answer they need. The chaperone will be there to help guide the students through the field trip. If the children have to go to the bathroom, we will tell them that they need to stay in a group. If they go anywhere throughout the art museum, they are told they need to stay with their buddies.
When planning a trip to the art museum, it may be a little bit scary, especially with young children. You may think that they are going to want to touch everything and get hands-on at the museum. Here are some different fidget ideas that can support these students that are always wanting to be physical and tactile and touching everything around them. Each of these fidgets can be used very quietly, and most people won't even know the students have these with them.
They fluttered from the sky like a sweet and peaceful snowstorm. Sheets and scraps, a crumpled page of cleaning.
It's our window on the world. It's likely to be the drinking glass, sugar bowl, or salt shaker on your dinner table. It's probably part of our wristwatch, our television, and our sunglasses too. We couldn't get along without it. But what exactly is this extraordinary material, and how did it come to be used in so many different ways? To find the origins of glass, we have to look back at 4,500 years ago.
Sometimes when in a new environment, students can become overwhelmed and overstimulated. There is an area that is a perfect fit for these students within the art museum. This area consists of different books to read, different symbols and signs on the walls that they are able to read, and even music that they can listen to help calm their bodies. This would be a great fit for students who need a little additional support and some time to regulate their emotions.
You are relaxed. Your body is totally relaxed and at ease. You are feeling peaceful and calm.
Once the students have completed their tour, they will be able to come back to these work tables and complete some different activities that are related to the art museum. One of the tables has a drawing portrait, and the other ones consist of building blocks. These tables could be very beneficial to the students who complete the tours fairly quickly.
We will have a debrief session after the trip where children can discuss what they learned and experienced. Children will be able to talk about the different pictures, artifacts, and sculptures that they got to see throughout their trip. They will be able to discuss what the best thing was they saw. They will also get to meet up with their other classmates and friends and see if they saw some of the same things that they did. They will be able to talk about what they learned. We will encourage feedback from chaperones and children to improve further field trips, or even to get a better idea of how much they got to do or what they got to do. The debrief session is meant for children to share their ideas and their thoughts. This will encourage a large amount of discourse throughout the groups and class to discuss things they've gotten to see and got to experience throughout their field trip. We hope you enjoyed the trip. Now enjoy some photos from the Toledo Art Museum.